So, you're trying to get your business noticed online, especially in a busy city, right? It can feel like you're just shouting into the wind. Well, today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're diving deep into local SEO specifically for competitive cities, using Hamilton, New Zealand as our example to show you a clear path to actually getting seen.
All right, let's get straight to the heart of the issue. Trying to get found online in a smaller town, say Te Awamutu, a lot of the time just getting the fundamentals right is enough to make you stand out. But in a bigger city like Hamilton, the bar is just higher. It's not impossible, not at all, but it definitely demands a much smarter approach.
So that brings us to our first section, the Hamilton SEO Challenge. We're going to talk about moving beyond that simple baseline. Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever been here before? You've just paid for a brand new website and the developer proudly tells you, don't worry, it's SEO optimized. It sounds fantastic, but what on earth does that actually mean?
Well, a lot of the time, SEO optimized just means the absolute bare minimum has been checked off a list. Your pages have titles, there's a main heading, some basic metadata is floating around in the code. It pretty much just means that Google can read your site.
And look, this is the part you really need to get. That's not a strategy, not even close. That's just the baseline structure of any modern website. It's kind of like building a physical shop, but not putting a sign out front or telling anyone where to find you. The shop exists, sure, but it's not doing anything to attract customers. So, what does a real strategy look like? Well, it's all about getting crystal clear. It means you know exactly which keywords you're targeting, you have realistic goals for which locations you want to serve, you've actually analyzed who you're up against online, and, this is huge, you have defined timelines and you're measuring your progress every single month. That's what separates just hoping from actually having a plan. Next up, let's talk about your real competition. And here's a little spoiler, it's probably not who you think it is.
All right, just take a second here and think about your own industry. How many other businesses are you really, truly competing with online? 10? 20? I bet that number feels pretty big, maybe even a bit overwhelming.
But what if I told you the reality is, in most local industries, even in a competitive city, you're usually only up against 1 or 2 real digital competitors. Just a couple of businesses that are actually doing their SEO properly and consistently. Suddenly that challenge feels a whole lot more manageable, doesn't it? And what makes those 1 or 2 competitors so strong? I promise you, it's not some kind of dark magic. It's just a commitment to the fundamentals. They have a solid website with really clear service pages, they keep their Google business profile active, and they get a steady stream of good reviews. That's it. They've just been doing it week in, week out. And this right here, this is a massive mindset shift. So many businesses just pour money into ads, which, let's be honest, is like renting your visibility. The second you stop paying that bill, poof, you're gone. SEO, on the other hand, is like buying a digital asset. The work you put in compounds over time, building lasting authority that doesn't just vanish overnight. Okay, I want you to lean in for this one, because this might be the single biggest takeaway of this whole explainer. We're talking about the biggest missed opportunity, and that is your Google business profile. Does this look familiar? Be honest. For so many businesses, this is the entire life story of their Google business profile. They set it up once, pick a main category, add their hours, and then crickets. They just let it sit there, collecting digital dust. But just think about the potential you're leaving on the table. An active profile is an absolute powerhouse. We're talking about regular posts, optimizing all your different services, adding fresh photos constantly, actually answering customer questions, and encouraging those detailed, structured reviews. This is where the local visibility game is won, period. And here's why that matters so much. You have to remember that Google's algorithm is hungry for signals. It is constantly searching for proof that a business is active, engaged, and trustworthy. So every single post, every new photo, every answered question, it's all fresh data telling Google, hey, we're here, we're active, and you can count on us. Okay, let's build on that idea of signals. Let's talk about winning with quality reviews. Because in a place like Hamilton, just getting 5 stars and a great work comment is just not going to cut it anymore. Just look at the difference here. Great work is nice to see for sure, but it tells Google almost nothing useful. Now, compare that to a review that mentions the specific service, like emergency roof repair, and the location, say in Hamilton East, and maybe even names the team member who did the job. For Google's algorithm, that is an absolute goldmine of information. See? This is why it's such a big deal.
A really high-quality review reinforces everything Google needs to know to trust you. It confirms what service you provide, it strengthens your location signals, and it builds your credibility and expertise, all in one go. It's so much more than a testimonial. It's a powerful ranking signal.
All right, let's pull all these threads together in our final section, your path to visibility. I want you to stop thinking of SEO as some kind of mysterious technical magic. Start seeing it for what it really is, a simple process of reducing Google's uncertainty about your business.
And here it is. This is the blueprint, a clear 5-step process. Step 1, align your website so it's perfectly clear what you do. 2, actively optimize your Google business profile. Don't just let it sit there. 3, build a system to get those meaningful, detailed reviews. 4, create useful content for your customers on a consistent basis. And finally, number 5, track your progress honestly. That's it. That is how you earn Google's confidence. And if you take away one thing, let it be this. If you're a fantastic business owner who does amazing work, the problem isn't your work. The gap isn't in your quality of service. The gap is in your digital clarity. All you need to do is make it easier for Google to see how great you already are.
So let's redefine local SEO right now. It is not some dark art. It's simply the structured process of making it easy for Google to understand what you do, where you do it, and that your customers value your work. When you do that, Google feels confident recommending you. It really is that straightforward.
And that just leaves us with one final question to think about. After everything we've talked about today, from your website to your reviews, is Google truly confident enough to recommend you?